Well, the wind has certainly come out to greet us today, unfortunately, so can't even look upwards because my hat keeps blowing off. Pretty strong in there. I lost my hat. Well, welcome back everyone to a brand new episode. Matt and Tammy here, Travellers Off Grid, and we are heading out of Trafina Gorge. We've had our couple of nights stay here and explored out at Altunga, etc. And we are now headed to Alice Springs. And we're headed back to Alice Springs. We've actually already been there once. Yeah. But we're going to base ourselves at Alice for about 5 nights, I think, and just explore everything that there is around Alice and do a couple of day trips out of Alice. So strap yourselves in, and I guess we'll see you when we get to Alice Springs.
Going across the Todd River, John Blakeman Bridge.
Not a lot of water in there, unfortunately.
Come to the car wash in Alice Springs. So this will be fun because the car's a little dirty and so's the van.
Time to give the baby a wash. So this morning we're heading out to Simpsons Gap. We're going to have a look out there, and we might also go and visit Standley Chasm. I don't know if it's chasm or a chasm.
It's a chasm, not a chasm.
So let's go and have a look, see what it's about. Simpsons Gap was just a short drive from the Wangardi Caravan Park, which was our base for 4 days. We just popped into the Visitors Information Centre just to have a bit of a look at what we're going to see. The name Simpsons Gap apparently first appeared on a sketch map made of the area in 1871 by Gilbert McMinn, who was a member of the Overland Telegraph Line Survey Party. However, there was no evidence of who Simpson actually was. Well, the wind has certainly come out to greet us today, unfortunately, so really whistling through the gap here. It doesn't seem to matter how many of these gorges you go to, they never cease to amaze you. It is just so windy here, it is ridiculous. The wind is channeling through, funneling through the gap, but can't even look upwards because my hat keeps blowing off. But the size of this thing is incredible. It'd be so awesome to put the drone up, but I think it's just going to be too windy. I'll give it a shot from the car park, but we'll see what happens. The wind was definitely pretty strong in there. I lost my hat. I didn't lose my hat, I got it back, but it didn't hit the ground for about 50 metres, I don't think. Later that afternoon, we headed back to the gorge and the wind had died off, so we popped the drone up. However, despite having all the appropriate approvals and permits, we did manage to upset one grumpy old man who firmly believed we couldn't fly here. Subsequently, we had a visit from the ranger, who was super excited because she had never seen anyone who had actually done the right thing and got the NT drone permit.
Go in and have a look at Stanley's Chasm. Chasm, as Matt says.
Chasm.
You can camp here. It has a gift shop and a cafe. So Might have a bite to eat while we're here.
No drones. Inata bean tree. Bat-leaved coral tree. You have a look at the leaves. It's like, wow. What a completely different leaf. Haven't seen it before. Interesting that this walk is, say, like it's steep and narrow, this particular gorge or chasm, I guess you could put it down to. Interesting tree types and vegetation. Even there's palms, which we haven't seen before. So, very different. Just the ruggedness of the country around here and the contrast of the green and the red. Been carved out over thousands of years. Unbelievable. Look at that. Smooth. Huge fault line. It runs all the way up. We're on day release. We're out.
So we're here at Standley Chasm in the cafe. As you can see, it's lunchtime, so we decided to get burger and chips. So if you ever come down, make sure you come and visit it, because it's not a bad place.
Yeah.
It's very clean, has camping.
Privately owned, so it's not part of the Northern Territory Parks system. You don't need a permit, the parks permit or anything. So when you come in, it's incredibly clean, owned by Indigenous communities, so and they run it, and all the money goes back into running the place. So it's completely off-grid, pays for their power, their staff, all that sort of stuff. So $12 entry to go into the chasm itself. And I think we got there just in time because it just got busy. Amazing artwork that they put on the front of the toilets here. Absolutely incredible. We stopped in for a look at the School of the Air Museum, which was very informative. You sort of get the guided tour with talks from different people and watch some videos. We had to be a little selective with filming, as they did have some classes running. However, we were told that all images on the photos and posters around the room were approved. We did also get to hear the school song, which was put together by the kids.
Isn't that a cool song?
After the school song, we headed into the theatre to watch a video of the history of the school.
Here at Alice Springs School of the Air. Today, we're going to take a look at how this incredible school is bringing education to some of the most remote parts of Australia and beyond.
Their lessons arrive over the internet via satellite.
Some students are located as far away as 1,000 kilometres, with some even further away in other countries. This is the world's largest classroom. In fact, the main catchment area of the southern half of the NT is as large as Central Europe. For the outback of Australia, communications technology has always been a critical issue.
Down to Anzac Hill, or up to Anzac Hill. Have a bit of a look. Commemorating all of the wars. Each war is documented on a sign, information sign, around the edge. Apparently you can download an app which contains a bit of an audio walking tour. Use it on your headphones, but just tried that and got this message on my phone. You know what? I'm walking through. Oh, don't go the wrong way. Go the other side. Look, yours worked. Mine stopped. The old Alice Springs Telegraph Station was a critical link in the overland telegraph line that ran from Adelaide to Darwin and beyond, and it had been restored beautifully. Stockyards and the gallows. Now the gallows aren't exactly for hanging people. It was for hanging beef. So they actually killed their beef late in the afternoon and then hung it overnight and it would tenderise overnight before I guess they cut it up and banged it in their pantries.
The railway was built to Udnadatta in 1891, but wasn't extended to Alice Springs until 1929. So they used camel carts from railhead to Udnadatta, to Alice Springs. It took 2 weeks. 50 camels were regularly sighted.
Saddle room. Horse and buggy days. A variety of vehicles ploughed the old track to the Alice. So the overland telegraph line. This one ran from Adelaide through to Darwin, or Port of Darwin. Incredibly, the power that's actually was created by these Medinga cells, assuming that's how they're pronounced. So they're made of glass. Each one produced about 1.5 volts, and a lot of them were needed to provide the operating voltage of 120 volts. Everything you see in this place are original artefacts. Australia Post #1. That's where your lines come in. Line comes in through the roof and down to the floor. There, must have been some. The power came from the battery room on these lines and then continued around the room. The line to and from Darwin came to an operator sitting at the desk here. He would then relay the message onwards. The old telegraph station, Alice Springs, AG. Call sign, dot dash, dash dash, dot. Wow, all that just to say that. Oh.
Down there. She's always in the room.
Wouldn't you just get up and come and talk to the person instead of... There was certainly a lot of information and history here. Station masters, insulating the lines. Oh, we have an undersea cable. And there's your insulated submarine cable. That's not the submarine, is it? Submarine, it's a underwater cable. So along the line there was 12 repeater stations, 36,000 timber poles, pins and insulators, 3,200 approximate kilometres covered at a cost of £128,000. We were lucky enough to be here on a day that the blacksmith was doing some work and got a first-hand demo. So what are you making? Oh yeah? Oh nice.
Kept complaining that the ones they had were blowing away.
Kept blowing away?
So I'm feeling the cafe stuck into a mini waiting of this. So this is the last one. I've still got to take them home and drill them out and tapering this out a little bit. And I've got a jig over in the vise there. Oh, no, it's not in the vise, but it will be shortly.
It will be shortly.
I've got a little former here.
Oh, okay.
Top that we just track it around.
Oh yeah.
While you were young, or
My main hobby. I did my training here 30 years ago.
oh wow.
Wow. There's the start of it. So they use any particular like timber or coals or anything like that, or you just...
Prepared on Thursday nights and Sunday nights, and the gang comes in.
Oh yeah.
They light fires out there to keep the passengers warm. They sell the charcoal the next day.
They just get the coals the next day.
At the moment they're busy burning mulga, which is a beautiful hardwood.
Yep.
And it's perfect for what we need.
Wow.
And a couple of years ago, a colleague, we used this charcoal and made a furnace, medieval type furnace, and we actually smelted our own iron ore.
Oh wow.
Oh really?
Iron from iron ore out at Harps Range.
Wow.
Took us 8 hours of burning charcoal.
Cool. There you go. So that was the Alice Springs Telegraph station, part of the Overland Telegraph line. Pretty good. What was it? 1680 to get in, and yeah, nice walk around. Really good to be able to see the history and to be able to see the blacksmith actually working as well was really good. Hey, managed to get a coffee and a scone too, which we didn't film. We'll save you from that, because I managed to get all of the icing sugar from the scone down the front of me, which would have been funny. The Royal Flying Doctor Service Museum was next on the list. We were quite surprised at the quality of this display.
How it began in 1928 and what it does today. It's presented by the founder himself.
We're doing a tour of the RFDS. We're about to watch a movie.
It's a hologram.
A hologram. It's about to start. Here we go.
Australia is a big place, 7.69 million square kilometres big, and with a relatively small population indoor and has a maximum cruising speed of 815 kilometres per hour for a range of 3,400 kilometres. Today, the RFDS flies annually more than 25 million kilometres to provide the finest care to more than 370,000 Australians. That's one person every 2 minutes.
You don't need to move your head,
No, you do.
do you?
Yes, because there's a pilot just there.
Huh?
You go aerial over Goss's Bluff.
Oh, awesome.
We need to stop you getting spots in that arm.
Yeah. I'm going in. Ooh, it's tight. Oh, God, you need a good back.
Pilot seat.
I'm in. You can get on the other side. I need a co-pilot. Well, co-pilot's coming in.
Jeez. Had to be like mega tall. Wow.
All right, we're right for takeoff. Hang on. Yeah, the GoPro. Oh, there's flaps up, flaps down.
Flap interrupt.
That's in case you're losing altitude, you can get the wings to flap.
They make it
Communications room, the original communications room. Visiting this place certainly makes you appreciate what an amazing service the RFDS is and how groundbreaking it was in its time. And that was the medical cabinet that they have or had positioned out at stations with all sorts of drugs, etc. They could start treatment before the doctor even arrived. How good was that? The Royal Flying Doctors Service and their museum. Be able to go in, watch the hologram and then be able to look at everything, and they tell you how it all operates, how it started.
The virtual reality pilot's view was flipping.
It was awesome. It was awesome just for the fact that you get, if you do the pilot's view, you get an awesome shot over Goss's Bluff and Kings Canyon, so from sitting from the pilot's seat of the aircraft, and you can look around and look down. So anyhow, so that's the Royal Flying Doctors Service Museum at Alice Springs. So anyhow,
Well worth a visit.
well worth the visit. Onwards and upwards, and let's go and find something else to do.
Okay. Going into Rainbow Valley today.
The Rainbow Valley turnoff is located 77 kilometres south of Alice Springs on the Stewart Highway. You then have 24 kilometres of dirt and sometimes very corrugated road. We've come out to Rainbow Valley, which is a rock formation. That's what it looks like in the pictures, but that's what it really looks like. The difference in colours that you see, so the white and the yellows is where the iron has actually been absorbed by the water and there's less of it. And through to the really deep red, like what's over the back there, is where it's still really iron rich. That's how you get the different colours. The rock formations here just blow your mind. Drop in the comments below what animal formations you see in the next lot of shots. Some of the rock formations even look like old bones or terrifying aliens. So that was Rainbow Valley, and we mistimed it, let's say that.
Yeah.
Rainbow Valley's supposed to be one of those places that you go, it's best viewed either early morning when on the sunrise or at sunset. And we really mistimed it. We got there probably 2 hours earlier than we really wanted to.
Probably 2.5 hours.
2.5 hours early. We sort of waited around, and we still got another hour and a half to 2 hours to wait. So we thought, well, no, we'll just call it, and I guess we'll be coming out here again at some stage. But we've still got the Painted Desert to go at some stage, and in our trip. So hopefully we'll get some good sunset shots of that. But look, getting out to Rainbow Valley, it's about 108 kilometres total from Alice Springs, all the way down the Stewart Highway. Once you turn off onto the Rainbow Valley Road, it's very corrugated and in sections, beautiful in some sections, but really corrugated, sandy in other sections. So it's definitely kind of four-wheel drive to a certain extent, deflate the tyres a little bit, and have any dramas. Either that or take your false teeth out and put them in the dash, one or the other. So anyhow, we're going to start heading back towards Alice. It's about an hour's drive, hour and a quarter's drive. So we'll see when we get there. Now there is a bit of an art to driving on corrugations, and it's not doing what we're doing right now, which is driving really slowly. Inexperienced and you're not prepared, then yeah, drive slowly and take it easy. But it's really about finding that sweet spot, deflating your tyres a little bit, and then just picking up a bit of speed. And generally, if you'll find that sweet spot, because the shaking will come out of the car and it'll actually just level out nicely. We've weirdly just got a beautifully smooth piece of road right now. So once we find some corrugations, we'll put it on again. So you can see the corrugations there, and if we slow down, drive over them, the shaking just gets worse and worse. But if we increase our speed with a little bit of deflated tyres, it's just smoothed out now. A little bit of asphalt there, but then on the rest of the corrugations, car just floats over the top. It does take a lot of concentration. It's not the sort of thing you can drive on and just happily sit back and enjoy the view. You've really got to concentrate and focus on the driving when you're in corrugations. Cornering, a different story. You really can't corner at speed on corrugations. You've got to take it nice and easy, because you do end up moving across the road if you're cornering or going off to the side of the road. And just some corrugation driving tips. G'day everyone. Well, it's not all sunshine and roses here in Alice Springs. It has just started pouring with rain, so that's why we're inside. But I think we'll end this episode here.
Yeah, sure.
And tomorrow we move on to Allery Creek Big Hole. Is our next camp spot. So
hopefully it's not raining.
Well, with a bit of luck. It's a dirt road in, so hopefully it's not raining, but I guess we'll see. Yeah, we're supposed to get a couple of days of...
No.
Hopefully.
No, I think only tomorrow is supposed to be a bit of rain, and then the rest of the time it's clear. But not great weather, not hot, not warm, like 17s and...
I want warm.
I want warm too. We need to
came
go
for warm.
further north.
We came for warm. Anyhow, alright guys, we'll leave this episode here, and yeah, we'll catch you at Allery Creek Big Hole.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we also have Instagram and Facebook, so pop over there and have a look at what we're doing.
Alright guys.
See you guys.
See ya.
In our next episode, things start off a little bit damp, but thankfully the weather improves as we continue on our gorgeous adventure with Allery Creek Big Hole and some very interesting campsites.
Slightly bigger than a car park at Kmart.
We visit the Ochre Wall, Serpentine and Ormiston Gorge, and we have a change of campsite at Redbank Gorge after being blown away, and we also head into a little gem called Roma Gorge. Catch you next week.